4 straight goals to finish, but left probably too much to do.
Yeah, we did it again. We just got going in the last quarter, and it just wasn't early enough. Hawks brought their pressure. They played really strong brand of footy in the first half. We didn't adjust quick enough, and they essentially beat us around the ball, and we were able to capitalise on that pretty quickly.
What changes from failing to score a point for a quarter and a half to suddenly being able to almost kick a 5th goal in half a quarter?
Yeah.
What did you notice?
Yeah, I think it's really about our urgency and our ability to get into the contest. I think it clicked in the last quarter, and I wasn't really pleased with that third quarter. We didn't really show our true game and our true brand of footy, and that's what's it's so hard to sit here right now and see what we did in the last quarter. And if we produce that type of football, we know we can beat anyone, and we know that. But if you leave it to chance, the game's in the balance, and to Hawthorn's credit, they took their chances in that first half.
How do you go about bringing it forward? You talk about that urgency, and I think coming into tonight, you were the highest scoring second half team.
Yep.
Tonight it was obviously left incredibly late, about the last 7 or 8 minutes. What do you actually do to bring it forward?
Yeah, it's a hard one, because we actually, the last 2 weeks it's essentially been the same story. So we've got to go to work on that as a team and as coaches, and work out how we can allow our players to play that way earlier. But we know we're good enough, and again, that's why I sit here laughing, but it's not a laughing matter. I know we're good enough, and it's disappointing, but we've got to find a way to do it for longer.
Obviously, the Hawks are a good side, but what's going wrong for you in a quarter like that in the third? I guess is it a lack of dare, going into your shells a bit, or going away from structures? Or?
Yes, essentially, we probably just don't give ourselves the chance to play our brand of footy in that third quarter. You look at the kicks and handballs, and I think, 50 kicks, 34 handballs in the third quarter. That's about right. 47 kicks, 31 handballs in the last. It's very similar, but going forward for us is important, and essentially we didn't go forward. So, and Hawthorn are a bloody good defensive team, and you can't allow them to dictate.
Jack Siebel, Rhyce,
Yep.
he looked proppy during the night. He was limping in the first quarter. He had heavy bandage on his right knee, and his night ends with the left hammy. Was he right to go? How close did he come to?
Yeah, well, I thought Jack, to be honest, he rolled his ankle pretty badly in that first quarter. He soldiered on really well. He's the captain of the side. He put himself in the middle of the ground, got us going at periods there, leading into half time. So, he's a bit worse for wear right now, but essentially he was a bit proppy because he actually hurt himself and didn't want to just sit. And he played his part, and we put him in positions where we thought he could succeed. But the hammy at the end, I don't know how bad it is, but he couldn't play at the game. So
the knee wasn't a major issue though going into the game. Like, he was okay. He wasn't in any doubt.
No, Jack was fine, mate. Jack was fine.
Flaco spoke at length just before you about the standard of the game. He said it was quite poor, and I guess he had a lot of points, but his main point was that he wanted the umpires to pay more holding the ball, incorrect disposal, and he thought that impacted on the poor quality of the game. I guess, do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, that's a hard one for me to comment on. Pretty much been worried about what we were doing and how we were going about it. So that I'll have to have a look at the game. It wasn't a great game, to be fair to him, but I thought the last quarter was a good contest. So yeah, you can read into it what you want, but I just thought our standard of footy wasn't up to scratch, and that's where I sit on it.
How do you expect Zebra to be available next week? Like where's he at with his ankle, the hammy?
Yeah, well, his ankle seems fine, but I got no idea, mate. He's don't know how bad the hammy is. It was bad enough to keep him out, so that's not a great sign for Jack. But yeah, it's a little bit disappointing. But look, we got going. Again, the kids stood up again. Some really strong performances down back from a number of our defenders, and Walks probably played his best game for us, which was really pleasing. Lukey Mack played well, and a number of guys continue to play good footy. It's just we're just not doing it for long enough.
Ben Cunnington, that back issue, 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
Yeah, well, it's a pain in the butt, to be honest. It's not ideal for Ben. It's not ideal for us. He looked really good at a point during the week. Did a little bit of a run around and kick, and it seemed like he was improving, but just woke up and it's just not to the standard. We can't roll him out there and give him the best chance of playing when he can't bend down. So he's improving, and it's been a gradual improvement, but it's just not to the standard he can get to play footy.
So what actually is happening? Is he just a lower back issue? It's just restricting?
Yeah, it's just
spasms?
it's a bit of a nerve impingement, which is doesn't sound like much, but when it's on your kicking side, and it just inhibits you so much, and Ben's he pushes through a fair bit, Ben, but must be in a bit of pain.
Do you know when he did it? Like, did he do it in training? Was it in the game 2 weeks ago?
No, he woke up with it a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, and it's essentially hasn't got any better. So yeah, like we're doing everything we possibly can, and he has improved, as I said, but it just wasn't good enough for today.
How did you see Ben Brown's night?
Yeah, I thought the Hawks did a pretty good job. They were certainly really physical with him, and did a good job of keeping him away from marking contests. And I thought Ben got going when we got going, essentially at the end there, and contested really strongly. So yeah, I think it was a down night for a few guys, but did we give him the best chance? Probably not. Sweet.
Thanks, Phil.
Thank you.